Hello and welcome back to Stationers. My name is Bigfoot. We're back playing our new Vulcan save. It is currently day 82, and between episodes I was out trying to gather resources, print some stuff, and make some progress on some of the projects that we have going on. However, I walked in on this. Yeah, they're all dead. I did manage to save some of them, so we do have some wheat and stuff. I just consumed our last potato before starting this. So I guess the question is, how much wheat do we have? So let's go ahead and pop that in the mixer. Or the processor, I should say. Alright, drum roll. 405. Nice. Alright, so that should give us enough to... What am I walking on? That should give us enough to make bread. We got 205 soy oil to make bread. So that'll be fantastic. So we can do that in a little bit. So we'll at least be able to make 2 loaves of bread, which will give us a higher star rating and won't have to drink as much. Now, so the reason that this greenhouse died was due to the sun. Because it's wintertime, the sun on the back side of its trajectory, basically when it's nighttime, it seems to actually pick up speed. So the time between when it sets and when it rises on the sensor, so the horizontal, goes a lot quicker than it does during the quote-unquote daytime. And because of that, the plants were basically getting fed too much light and not enough darkness. So to fix that, we need to change the angles that our light comes on and off. Alright, so looks like I kind of already did change this a little bit. So we're going to change that to minus 170, and I believe during the summertime the sun rose at 90, so this is just a little bit before that. And then this was originally set to minus 180, which is just right when it flips. So that's giving us a little bit of time there, and then a little bit of time on that side. I believe this was around 110. So hopefully that'll fix it. We'll need to keep an eye on it. Yeah. So that's kind of a thing that happened. Yep. Anyway, let's go do something else. So we're gonna go ahead and clear out the ferns. We'll plant a couple of items just to see if our changes are gonna help out the plants or not. And we don't want to lose any more, so only plant a couple. Probably some ferns, because we have a lot of seeds for ferns. I don't know why some of the plants disappear and then other ones... Oop, that one's still green. So you are still growing poorly. So if we look at our atmospheric tablet, wherever that went. There you are. We are still dark deficient. Now I did plant this guy before I changed the timings on the chips, so we'll keep an eye on that. For now though, I'm gonna go ahead and plant a couple more ferns just to see. We'll do one there, one over there. Ten, sugarcane, 10, 6. Alright, so that's not good, but we're apparently having some brownouts. Wow. I really need to work on that. Battery is completely empty, so we're gonna need to throw in some coal. You're fine. Coal. There we go. Need to get some batteries charged up. Speaking of batteries, we don't have any. There's some gold, some steel. I'd rather not use that steel. Copper. Oop, there's steel right there. Gold, copper, steel. Really should set up my timer. Oh. Oh, you're this guy. Would be nice to buy some eggs, because then I can make some burgers. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and buy an egg. Well, I guess you don't want anything, so goodbye. Alright, so since we just had a new update drop, we do have the option of making burgers. 2 silicon to make a burger box. I hope I get the box back. But having a box or a burger in a box increases the decay time. So it'll last longer. But for a burger, we need 50 flour, an egg, some oil, 2 tomatoes, and some cheese. So the only thing we're lacking right now is just a tomato. That's unfortunate. Well, if we get our plant issue fixed, we can fix that problem. So no deficiencies in the new plants. That's good, but it hasn't been a day cycle yet. Aluminum emission stress is still going up on these guys. Not very quickly. I think just to be on the safe side, I'm going to go ahead and change this to 90. We'll go 95. And minus 165. That's going to give us a few degrees extra. That should solve the plant issue. But we'll still keep an eye on it. These guys are test subjects. And so far so good. Okay, the storm just finished up. Let's take a look at our plants. Now they are saying dark deficient. Okay, how's this guy doing? 358. He's not super unhappy. His stress did go down quite a bit overnight. So I think that we are on the right track, but we just need to lower the degrees a little bit more. We probably only have to do this during the wintertime, and during the summertime we could probably kick it back up, but let's go to minus 160 and we'll go 90. So that is actually the point where the sun rises during the summertime and where it sets. So I guess for now we'll just roll with that, and we can always switch it back a little bit later when the wintertime comes, or the summertime comes. Did I export that? I think I did. There we go. Back in your home. You go there. Okay, so let's go ahead and take those off. We are at a point where we need to eat, so let's go ahead and make our first bread. That goes in 50, that's good. I don't have to click 200 times. Nice. 2, 3, 4, and 5 oil. So you have to remember with these microwaves, you have to put in the exact ingredients, otherwise it'll screw up the recipe and you'll lose the reagents. It's got to be exactly perfect. Alright, so eating potatoes, we were getting 2 stars, as you can see down there above the burger icon on the vitals. So now if we consume this bread, takes a long time to eat bread. Alright, now we have maximum nutrition. Which means that if we take a drink, we should be close to 125% or 150% thirst. Ooh, 175, even better. So now I don't have to eat or drink. Well, drink at least as much as I needed to, or before. Anyways, storm is over. Let's go outside and repair some solar panels. And then we'll go work on the new structure. Alright, so before we go out and do some building, one thing that we need to do is put on a back pressure regulator. And the reason that we're doing this is we need to get rid of some of the hot gas. Yeah, we'll just go out that way. That we have coming into our hot tank. If it is over, obviously like 50 megapascals, then we want to go ahead and just get rid of it. And the reason for that, do I want to go heavy cable? No. Get back in your house. There you go. So when we're making water, we're making a lot of hot gas, which is a good thing. But we need to make sure that we're not... Oh, it's got to go inside. Shoot. I guess we'll just go up here. That we're not over-pressurizing our tank. Because if it explodes, that would be bad, obviously. So if we go down this way, and we use one more cable that way. There we go. Alright. You should be fine. There's no logic controlling you on that network. And then you're not draining, right? No. Good. Let's go see if we can do some building. Alright, now that I have the supplies, now let's go do some building. But first, see what Mr. Trader Man has. Alright, so we have ferns. We don't need mushrooms. We have corn, potatoes. We don't have rice or pumpkins. We have soybeans. We have switchgrass, tomatoes, wheat. We have sugar cane. We have cocoa. I think we have cocoa. We don't have strawberries. We've only got 300 bucks, so we can't afford. Don't really plan to use rice. Pumpkins would be nice. Start working toward a pumpkin pie or something. Strawberries are fun because they just increase your mood, but they don't really provide you much. I mean, my goal here is to collect all of the seeds eventually, so I guess let's go with the strawberries. Did I give you anything? Burger box with a burger. I can't even make a burger yet, so no. And you want some gases I can't give you. Goodbye. Okay, so down in here, we need to get this guy all the way down here. So in between episodes, I did run a few chutes down this way, but now we have long chutes. So we'll go ahead and put that there, and we'll go ahead and collect up all of these chutes. And I need to make sure that we don't have anything in our hand. Yep. Just don't want them to disappear into the nether. Okay, so now we have some long chutes we can use. There we go. Yeah, that way we can see it a little bit better. Okay. That should be connected there. Should have moved you over one more, but that's all right. Okay. 10 there. Obviously not going to have enough chutes for this. And placing chutes is such a pain in the butt. The way they line up is just horse poop. We'll just do a straight one there, and then do a corner along the side. You guys won't do that, huh? Blocked by deep liner. We have to go out to there. grab that guy back. And then we'll do straight one there, and there. Doot, doot, doot. Put a fiber on there. We do a fiber on here, maybe. I don't know why I said fiber. Fiber. I'm not British. Yep. Then would be too much. Straight, 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 and corner. But of course I didn't line them up properly. Nice. Okay, so that takes care of the shoot issue. Right, now we need to get all of these to go into here. Let's do a windowed one. We'll do a windowed one over here as well, just so we can see, you know, if things are backed up from that one. How do I want to do this? We'll run it along the top up here. Not too windowed, please. Straight. Thank you. Okay, so we'll run these guys straight up. And over. And then this is going to be a junction. Input, input, output. Perfect. Now I need you, so you can come up and over, and then you'll connect right in there. Gonna be out of chutes, so let me, if I'm standing here, yep, you're gonna be a junction. This one to go this way. There we go. Excellent. And then you will just come up and over to here. Probably put up junction. Bring you up and that way. Oh, right. They changed the critical from being 100% down to about 95%. So you've got a little bit of time now when it says waste tank critical to do that. However, what I did not see is my air tank. So hopefully I'll make it back to base in time. Run, run, run. Okay, plant. 190. You're still dark deficient. That is unfortunate. 201. 584. Wow, you guys suck. Okay, so we're going to do minus 155. And 85. Let's see if that helps anything. Please stop being stupid. You guys are growing poorly, poorly, and barely growing. Well, I definitely need to get some plants back in the ground, guys, so, yeah. Please work. So one big change that they made to the game during the update is that we no longer have a data disk for our consoles. So I don't need to carry around my data disk anymore. So we'll go ahead and just shove this guy up here. And floppy disks, I guess, are finally retired. Yeah. Some devices still have the slots for them. Well, I guess we could just put this in the put the disk in the holder. That way we don't lose it. And I'm sure we'll forget about it. Right. Let's make some more chutes while we're here. Alright, so one thing that we need to keep in mind while we're building this deep miner setup here is that the devs are going to be working on rebalancing the deep miners here to be more in line with the rockets. So I believe that means that they're going to be kind of nerfed a little bit, which is a little unfortunate, but we're still going to get some good, well, I hope we're still going to get some good returns on these guys. We will see what happens. Let's do another junction. Put a space in between just in case. Okay, so you're going to come up and over into here, and then you will be for that one. Don't really need one for that one. It's oversight on my part. So you can come up into that. You can come up into that. So we'll do corner up. And since I want a little bit of a buffer in the chute system, meaning these guys will just hang on to the rocks, I'm gonna use regular chutes instead of the new straight variants. Look more clean going up. Not this way. Since that system is so long, though, I'll probably do another couple of maybe short ones. I think 10 is going to be too long. But 5, we could probably do 5. Yeah, that should be good. And we do a corner piece. Put a 3 on there. Good enough. Alright. Back to the usual chutes. We gotta go out that way. This way. Straight and straight. Perfect. Alright, so we have a window there so we can see if that one is backed up. Let's put a window on this guy. So we can make sure that, you know, stuff's moving and grooving. We'll put a window right here too. So I think those look cool. Alright, so you need to be a straight piece. Into the junction, yep. That's correct. Keeping with our theme, we'll go for a window. And then back to straight. Corner, good. Straight, 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 straight. What? We can't have this. Yep, like that. Now you should be a corner. Building with chutes is the bane of my existence. Their hit detection is just not very good. And one more. Bam. What? Just enough chutes for this project? There's no way. I'm forgetting a chute somewhere. I am sure of it. Okay, you're all hooked up. You're hooked up. Excellent. Alright, so now let's get some power and cableage going. This doesn't need to be heavy. Action. Yeah, we don't have long cable versions yet. The reason for that is the cables get cut into and networks split up a lot more than the pipes and chute networks do, and as such they require a special case, and the devs just haven't really got around to figuring out a good way to implement that. Because the thing is, like, when you have a large straight section like this, you can't add, well, if this is a pipe, I mean, chutes you can't just cut into anyway, but you can't add like a split off of this if it was a pipe, like you can with pipes or cables. I'm sure they'll get around to it at some point, but in the meantime, I get to lay a mile-long cable line here. Okay, we didn't quite get there, but that's all right. We made some really good progress on getting the cables run. We got the chutes hooked up. Now we need to figure out power over here. And I think this is technically the world. I think we're gonna try something kind of strange. Want the battery over here? Yeah. that's where the lava running uphill is going, so we'll go over here. We can put the battery over here. And I believe you need steel sheets. Yep. Screwdriver. Excellent. Now I want to make sure I don't step onto the hot lava. Go out this way. You'll hug this part of the deep miner, but not the other parts, huh? Okay. To mine out a little bit. We need to see the gears a grooving anyway. Go. It's better. Okay. Yep. Now if we run this along the backside. Fine with the back and that side, but not the other side. Can't run you here, but you're fine with that side. Okay. Alright, so now it's a little controversial, but we are going to set up some wind power underground. I know. Like, what are you doing? But hey, look, it works. They're spinning. Yum. During the storms, we'll get some nice wind power going. Waste tank. I do plan to replace these wind turbines with a gas fuel generator once I get oxygen and volatiles going. Alright, so now we got some wind. We'll go ahead and let that work on charging up. What's low? Oh, my air tank's low again. Anyway, yep, so we're gonna go ahead and let that charge up our battery, and let's go get some air. We're still dark deficient. That is amazing. This is why we can't have nice things. Okay, so what do we need to do here? Alright, so we're gonna lower that again. And see if that helps any. Let's enjoy some more bread. And let's get rid of you so we can work on our stinkiness. Oh, that's awesome. This bread actually lasts quite a while. But we do need to get some more stuff in the ground, though. So this guy has a stellar sprouts. He's going to have some seeds for me, which we can't afford to buy. I'd love to buy that rice, but what can we sell you? Ooh, he's got watermelons. Other guy didn't have that. You want... Yeah, I'm not giving you that. Can't get muffins. Do the ship repair package again. $250. And steel frames, 20 steel sheets. Yeah, we could do that. Now let's run out here and see if we got this right. I do have one available in my hand, which means that we got the stuff right. It's 15 cable coils. Take some back out. Why give him extra? There we go. Sell you, come here. I'd like the pumpkins, but we're gonna get watermelons. Why not? I think we got strawberries last time, so we're gonna get watermelons this time. Can't really give you anything else, so get on out of here. Alright, let's go run back over to our project. Okay, now we need this guy up off the wall. So you are going to be the vent out for our combustion, which I believe we can just put out here. Yep, should be fine. So now, scary over here. You're the input. There you are. We can put our fuel canister right here. What could possibly go wrong? Yep, it'll work. Okay. Now, if you are the input, yes, you are. That'll be the input for our fuel. And man, I really hope I don't drop that canister when I'm connecting this in there. I might move that out a little bit. We'll see what happens. Whoops. Job wasting. Okay, since this is exhaust gas, I don't need that to be insulated. Alright, looking good. Now, let's go ahead and get this guy wired up. I think if we come out here, go this way, it'll be a little bit cleaner. We can't run along, of course, the deep miner. We'll plug in the logic, because why not? Dude. Is that everything? Yep, you guys could start, but I don't want you to start just yet. Let's check this guy way over here. Good. Yep, you have power. Awesome. So eventually, I'm going to bring down a gas fuel generator. No, I'm not. I can't keep it cool. I guess wind power it is. We'll bring down a couple more turbines. Yeah. Is that it? Hmm. I guess this project is basically done. We're just got to wait for our battery to charge up. Might bring a solid fuel generator over here just to kind of kickstart that and to have a backup power supply. Right now it's pretty much going to live off of wind. Eventually we'll have it hooked up to maybe a gas fuel generator or other base power as we are currently building that over here. Illumination stress is way down. That's a good thing. Still dark deficient. Not ideal. But the stress is way, way down. It is still barely growing, so we're just going to drop this down another 5. And that should hopefully get us in the ballpark of where we want to be. Yeah, because you guys have been tortured to death, you guys are only going to produce 1 fern each. So once we're done with this experiment, this will be your new home. Right out here in the lava. I hear it's nice and cozy and warm. Okay, we got another trader coming down. Alright, so you want to sell me a bunch of alloys. Don't really want to buy your alloys. I'm interested in what you want to buy. You just want to give me money for ores. I could definitely do that, but you're going to have to hang out here a little bit. We'll be back for you. Alright, so we're back at the start of our trading pad. And I am going to want this guy to stick out a little bit further, kind of over the edge. The ground over there is not really conducive to aligning to the giant lava pool, so we're going to go here. But I would like to expand this out a little bit over the cliff. Low filter, huh? Huh? That's what I think of you, low filter. Nice. Swish. Right in the lava. Right where it belongs. Alright, so if we weld these guys up. And could go more. What does this give us? 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 and 1 more. Okay, now I want to leave one space in front of the pad as a walking area. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9 walking space, and then the room. So I want to expand out one more. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Kind of do. You'll go there. We'll do one more out that way. Okay, I'm going to need some more frames, and I'm going to need a few more sheets. Let's just go ahead and double weld this up while we have the sheets out here. Okay, so our lighting efficiency has gone up. We are still dark deficient. So it is better. Not giving me any warnings anymore. If I pluck you. We'll keep an eye on those guys. You are still growing poorly. Now, you're still going to be trash. That is still going to be your home because you guys, yeah. But we're going to keep an eye on your deficiencies. It's amazing how bad the wintertime is screwing with my plants. I think we are just about ready to put plants back in the ground. Gonna go just a little bit more. That should put us within range. And if that's the case, what I'm actually going to do is we're just going to go ahead and get rid of all these guys. Just go away. Go away. There you go. I promised you lava. Now you're in lava. Let's go ahead and get the ferns in the ground. We've got another 10 there, so I'll keep those 6. We'll plant these 10. There we go. Where's wheat? That's 2. We have 10 wheat seeds. Oh, that got dark all of a sudden. Oh, that's better. Okay. Do I still have wheat seeds, or am I holding all of our wheat seeds? Bad if I planted all of them. Another 10 ferns. So... I'm going to plant half of them. Plant some more ferns. There we go. That'll cover our breathing needs. Okay, so with the replanting of the greenhouse, I think we will basically go ahead and call it here for this evening. So yeah, we lost our greenhouse due to the sun angles that we were relying on. So they should be better now. Our grow lights are already off, so our plants should be a lot happier now. And yep, we're still doing good on water. We still have plenty of oxygen. We've got the deep miners basically set up. I'm gonna need a more robust power supply over there, and I'm gonna need to fill up some tanks with some fuel. We'll set up something over there using that mixer because that'll be the easiest thing. And then drag that over there to get that combustion centrifuge running. But yeah, I think that's basically where we're at. We've almost got the ground level of the hangar bay set up to give us an idea of where we're going to be at as far as the rest of the overall structure. It is taking a boatload of steel though. I forgot how much steel that thing takes. So yeah, I'm going to need a whole lot more steel. I'm going to need to go mining. Hopefully our plants will be better, and I won't lose the greenhouse again in between episodes. But I'm going to do some mining. I'm going to make some steel, print out a whole bunch more frames and steel sheets. And in the meantime, I will see you guys all in the next one. Thanks for joining me today, everybody.